Much further debate, the member for Thornhill.
Thank you very much, Speaker, and I'm delighted to add a few words to this debate. And the first thing I want to say is congratulations to my colleague from Richmond Hill. We are in agreement on this, and I certainly will be supporting this bill during the vote. And it's high time. I have been the recipient of an honor in representing the riding of Thornhill in the region of York for the past 5 years, as the Speaker knows and as most people in this House know. Interestingly, in doing so, I represent significant portions of two of the major cities in York Region, Vaughan and Markham. By far the dominant cities, I guess, in York Region, you could say. And I know my colleague from Newmarket Aurora has some questions about that, but you get your turn. A few facts about York Region that bear repetition that have been raised by my friend from Richmond Hill. York Region is now, and we like to brag about this, home to over 1 million people. This is very significant, and by far the largest aspect of growth that we can see all over Ontario in terms of businesses, in terms of individuals, individual homes and so forth. And as he pointed out, by 2031, we expect that to go another 50% up to 1.5 million. We see high-rises, we see additional single-family units being put up as we speak, and more to come. We also see in the past week a revelation that new ridings are being defined at the federal level, which will affect us in this legislature, and a number of them coming to York Region. Why? Because of this significant growth in population. It is the 6th largest Canadian municipality by population, the 6th largest, Speaker. And at $43 billion, the economy of York Region is larger than the economies of 4 Canadian provinces, with an annual budget managed by the chair of York Region of $2.8 billion, not an insignificant sum. Now, with the size and the complexity of this region, it is a tall order to govern York Region effectively, and it is important that all politicians of all political stripes ensure civic democracy is upheld and is embraced, and that is embodied by the concept of this very short, very simple, but very poignant bill that says in a line or two that we should have a democratically elected chair of York Region. The chair in York Region, the chair of any region, and certainly one of this size, has incredible and if I may say, sweeping powers with not very much accountability, and I think it is reasonable to characterize that position as more than a chair. It's almost like a czar. And having said that, I don't want to bring in personalities, so I will acknowledge the fact that the chair of York Region for many years now has been Mr. Bill Fish. He's a good politician, he's a good man, he's done a good job. And we're not debating whether he has or he hasn't. We're debating the fact that a small circle of people, as my friend from Richmond Hill pointed out, elect Mr. Fish, and Mr. Fish has no reason to answer directly to electors. They haven't cast a ballot for him. So decisions regarding the services that have been elaborated, like housing and healthcare and regional roads, transportation, police, have to be based on input from regular, everyday citizens in York Region or anywhere else. And right now, that is a very indirect process that works through mayors and regional councillors. The York Region transit strike, which was the subject of a bill that I brought before this legislature back in the fall, and a strike that endured for about 4 months, causing great hardship during the winter, was an illustration of why I believe we should have had an elected chair who was directly accountable to individuals. York Region residents were not able to get their kids to school in that case, and families, businesses, the economy all suffered. Durham Region has seen the light, has decided that an elected chair is the way to go. I think I will finish by simply leaving that point hanging in the air and saying that the same should exist for a region that is by far undergoing the greatest growth curve ever and will continue to do so for the next 15 or 20 years. We need an elected chair in York Region. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much.